Thank you very much, Professor Tanabe, and thank you all for coming here. So I would like to present you today some story about Nicolaus Copernicus. Why I chose this topic is that because we discussed with Professor Tanabe, and we think that it will be very good if I show something about Poland, which I'm from, and also about some scientists. So we're looking during the few days and say, okay, maybe Nicolaus Copernicus will be a good choice. Why? Because I already asked some students, you know Nicolaus Copernicus? And some students say yes, some students say no. But even if they know Nicolaus Copernicus, they have no any details about his life, about the history, and about his discovery. Even I ask myself what I really know about Copernicus, and to be honest, at the beginning I said not so much. Because even in Poland, we have not so much knowledge about Copernicus. So I started to study it a few weeks ago, and today I would like to show you the results of my study. So let's start from the beginning. This is the contents of my presentation. So I just put here some parts. So I want to start from family Copernicus. Next, I will show you how he studied. So I put here the title perpetual student because Copernicus studied 10 years. So nowadays it looks a little strange, but I will explain why he studied so long. After that, I will present his work, some love story from his life, a book story. The next part will be about the loss of his tomb, which we in Poland looking maybe 500 years. And at the end, I would like to answer for the question which was in the topic, do we still remember Nicolaus Copernicus in Poland? So let's start from the beginning. For the beginning, I would like to present you my country. Maybe not everybody know, but Poland is in the central of Europe. You see in the red color here. In this seminary, I would like to use only the map which is nowadays, because in the 15th century, Poland looks completely different. But for clarify, I will show you only the map of Poland which is now. Okay? So let's look for the map. You see the Baltic Sea is in the north, in the south we have mountains in Poland, and our story starts somewhere here. Here is a part of Poland which we call Silesia. And in this part of Poland, parents, Copernicus families lives. And both families just shift to this place, Toruń. Toruń is in the central part of Poland. So why I show this place is because one of this place, even today, it's called Koperniki. It's a small village in the name Koperniki. So historians thought that Copernicus is the name which is come from this village. So people which have the name Copernicus are from this village. That's the history of the family name. Also, we have questions why this village have a name Koperniki. And there is some possibility, but maybe it's not true. But Koperniki is close to copper. And the family of Copernicus are merchant, and they just export copper from Czech. So maybe the village have a name from copper. But I'm not sure about, nobody's sure about it. Anyway, Copernicus family was from this village, and they moved to the Toruń. Nicolaus Copernicus was born 19 February 1473. Why I put this date, exactly this date here? Because there is not so many dates. From this century, we have not so many information with exactly the dates of his life. I mean, we even don't know exactly date of his death. But this date we know exactly. And probably you expect now a lot of pictures from his childhood, about the family, about the children, and so on. But there is a problem, because photography was discovered, as you see, 360 years later. So there was no option to prepare some photos. From the time when Copernicus lives, there is even no one portrait no one painting from this time. So first photo was discovered around 1839, and you see here it's a photo from 1942, and this is lunar Copernicus crater, so the photo which made by Herschel is one of the first photos in the world. The second presented first colorful photo, which was done in 1910. I'm not really understand why the model is naked here, maybe to show the skin color or something. But if I'm looking in Wikipedia, the first color photo, I found this one, so I put it here. I'm not sure that it's really first colorful photo. But generally, you know that now you have millions of photos, because in 1976, CCD cameras was discovered. And now everybody prepares some photos every day. So every day we have millions of photos. So here I present some typical photo prepared by unknown author. You can find similar like this one, millions in the internet every day. So Nicolaus Copernicus was the fourth and youngest child born in his family. As you see, the same name have his father. So, and the same name his mother and his sister have. So it was popular to give the same name from mother to daughter and from father to son. Now it's not popular in Poland. Sometimes we give the second name from father or from mother. For example, my daughter have the same second name like mother, Katarzyna. So Katarzyna is like here. It's a sister of Nicolaus. Okay, Copernicus was born in Toruń. Toruń is a city in the north central of Poland. I show here some pictures from Toruń, because Toruń is a very beautiful place, especially in the old city center. This is very small old city center, so you can just go by walk and visit all these beautiful places, which I show you here. In the central part, here, you see there is a town hall, and Copernicus is exactly in the central of Toruń. So still in Toruń, Copernicus is very important. Also, I put here some Polish sign, because I put here Toruń and Gdańsk. You see here, it's Gdańsk and Toruń. Because in English, for example, we have on these letters. In Polish language, we use different letters. So I put here some examples. So we have S and EŚ. We have Z, like Z, Ż, Ż, C, Ci, on, E, and finally, let's try D, G, J. Can you repeat? D, G, J. Yeah, people really like to repeat some Polish words, because they are quite complicated. Z, G, J. Oh, not so bad. Okay. Birthplace of Copernicus in Toruń, we know exactly where is this place. Maybe not exactly, more or less, because there is free option, but at this moment people think that it was exactly in the building which you see on the left side. This building, as you see, is on the Copernicus Road. Now it's Copernicus Street, but before it was St. Anna Street. And this is the 15 and 17. And in the inside, you can find now a museum concerning the Copernicus. So inside, there is a picture how it looks inside. So there is everything looks like in 15th century. So I really recommend you, if you will be in Toruń, to visit this place. Now I present you some person which was very important in the life of Copernicus. because when Copernicus was 10 years, his father died, and his uncle, which was a bishop of Warmia, Lucas Wazenroth, took him under his wing and just care about his education. Copernicus had a lucky because his family was very rich. So it was important in this time because if you haven't money in the 15th century, you cannot read, you cannot write, you cannot learn. So Copernicus, fortunately, was born in a very rich family. Lucas Wazenroth took him and pushed him to study similar thing like he did. So he just imagined that maybe Copernicus will take the same position like he. So he looks that Copernicus will be a bishop. So whole education which he proposed to Copernicus was exactly like that. He pushed him to be a bishop. So at the beginning, Wazenroth first sent him to St. John's School at Torun, where he himself have been a master. So people always think how it was in a Copernicus childhood. Because you know, when you are young, you always your family ask you what you are looking, what you wanna be in the future, and people think maybe Copernicus in Torun start to think about astronomy. Yeah, but if you see the city at night, there is not so easy to observe the stars. Yeah, but we should remember it was 15th century, so Torun at night looks like that. Especially because it was an order. It was an order from a king. So in every city they should switch off the light because they're afraid about the enemies. So every night Copernicus looks for a sky and can see something like this. So it's possible that he looks for the stars like many people in this time. Anyway, from Torun to Włocławek, it was the second place when he learned, but he learned there especially to go to the university. In Włocławek, it was some special school which give you possibility to go to the university.